After winning a national championship, it seemed like the end of Joe and Jamar. But now that Jamar is on the Bengals, the two are back in business.
With at least 5 touchdowns in the team's first 4 games, to the air again, and this is Jamar Chase. He's in a chase.
When Joe and Jamar were killing it at LSU, it was insane, and many forget just how good the two were in 2019, with Jamar outproducing Justin by quite a bit, and him and Joe were nearly unstoppable. Now, although the two were killing it, there was other talent at the same position all across the offense that helped the team play so well, but nonetheless, they were insanely good together. Not only are the two just great together on the field, but they're friends outside the lines, and in fact, Joe even called Jamar a bunch of times to get him to Cincy before the draft. Well, it seems like it worked out, and although it's out of his control, I feel like Jamar is happy with the situation. Now, the situation seems a bit odd, as there are 3 wide receiver ones, from Boyd to T. Higgins to Jamar, all on the same team. And although it's seemingly a dream for a quarterback, it's going to be tough to juggle a bunch of great wideouts, especially with Joe likely favoring Jamar due to their connection at LSU. Because of this whole ordeal, I think that potentially Boyd will be traded or something, and there is definitely potential for some disdain due to a lack of attention, unless Joe throws for around 4,000 or 5,000 yards. Although seemingly far out goal, it's pretty reasonable in a pass-heavy offense with such great talent in every area, especially with a guy like Joe who passed for over 5,600 yards and 60 touchdowns in only 15 games at LSU. So because of his insane production, if anyone can balance a passing game, it's gotta be him. Although the two of them only played 2 years together at LSU, they look like seasoned veterans in Joe's Heisman year, and the connection is one of the best in college football history. So to carry that into the league would be exciting to say the least. If the two of them could have a dynamic that is anything close to what they had in Louisiana, they could easily dominate and terrorize defenses all across the league. This is all great to talk about, but we gotta be realistic, and the Bengals are not like LSU. They are not even in the same realm as the other Tigers, and have a very, very long road to go before they can get there.
Dang! That's tough.
In any organization, there can be a ton of talent, but it really comes down to the coaching and the management for the team to have legitimate success. With the Bengals, you and I both know that there is a lot of problems, and a good deal of them have to do with coaching, and especially the whole Zach Taylor situation. Now, I don't want to unnecessarily hate Zach, but I just don't know if he's the right fit. Kind of like Cliff Kingsbury in Arizona, how it just doesn't feel right, but he could definitely prove me wrong. I'm just a bit skeptical. Anyways, the coaching has left a lot to be desired, and that's very concerning for a team with as much talent as the Bengals have. Thankfully, there seems to be some sense within the organization, as they signed Riley Reiff in free agency and then drafted Jackson Carman out of Clemson to bolster up the O-line. All of these additions are great, but in my opinion, the biggest issue on this team is the defense, and that is very prominent when watching how many games were lost by their defense last season. Although awful, the team made some moves by drafting a bunch of defensive linemen to help with one of their weaknesses following the Dunlap trade to Seattle. Although they have made some effort to help bolster the unit around Joe and Jamar, there is still room to grow, and hopefully the team is smart, because there is definitely some special players in Cincy. This is where it gets kinda unpredictable, because although we all know how good Joe, Jamar, T, Tyler, and everyone else is, we don't know just how good the coaching is gonna be, and whether or not it will hinder or help the young Bucks.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Also, Joe has proven that he can play, but he still has a long road ahead of him to keep getting better and better before he can truly be an established star quarterback. With Jamar, he's still not played a single down in the NFL, but he demolished the SEC and has an extreme work ethic that is tough to go up against in any level of football. So with all this in mind, I feel perfectly fine about the offense. The main problems I see with the future of the Bengals are the defense and the coaching, and my biggest hope is that they don't waste Joe's talent, and if the coaching is not there, that they would make moves for the betterment of the franchise. All of this is a lot to unpack, and although I think there is a ton of problems within the organization, I feel like they're trying to work to help correct all the areas of struggle within the team, and hopefully create a winning franchise. In terms of Joe and Jamar's connection, I think it will be great, and honestly I have Jamar in the Rookie of the Year conversation easily, with likely a great season under his belt. On the other side, Joe has just begun his journey, and although he had a shortened season due to his injury, I think he is going to bounce back big with his LSU buddy, and they could be the change needed within the Bengals organization for them to start winning. Joe and Jamar are back in business with the Bengals, but this time they got a long road ahead of them, and I hope they are ready for the ride.
Texas 2 weeks ago. This is going to be a big one. It's Jamar Chase again. Chase will take it to the house.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed, it would be awesome if you could subscribe, like, and comment what videos you guys want next. But anyway, see you guys soon, and peace out.